Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel, Coffee Tea Paper. My name is Louise, hello. And I'm here today to do some ink reviews. Today we're going to look at this new one by Ferris Wheel Press called Browned and Buttered. Some exciting news. As of 1st of October, our Australia and Singapore releases are now at the same time as the US ink releases. When I get an ink from Ferris Wheel Press to review, it should be available when my video comes out. I of course have an affiliate discount code which is JA-CTP, which allows you to get 15% off any Ferris Wheel Press products that you buy all over the world, not just from the Australian or Singaporean websites, but from any Ferris Wheel Press site globally. First of all, however, we need to establish whether we like the ink or not before we go about purchasing it. There's also been some exciting developments in terms of some of the conditions of sale, I guess is the way to put it. Ferris Wheel Press have launched what they're calling an evergreen warranty program, which is really excited, particularly for those of you who may have purchased pens in the past and have not had them last, or have had them break, or you've started writing with them and they're not for you. Anyway, I'm going to do something about that in a separate video, but if you're really desperate to know about it now, all the information is on their websites. But today we're going to have a look at this ink for a start. As always, there is a whole backstory around this ink. This is Brown and Buttered ink from the Boulangerie collection. Ink tone burnt goldenrod with gold shimmer, and the characteristics are warm, vintage. The warm lights of the Catnip Cafe's front counter invite you to peruse the mouth-watering selection of freshly baked bread and pastries available daily. From flaky croissants to crunchy sourdough, or even a sweet treat to go with your coffee, there is something to fulfill everyone's craving. With bread this fresh, all it needs is a little browning and a bit of butter to enjoy. Okay, so this ties in nicely with the Northern Hemisphere's move into autumn. However, personally, I like golden toned, orange toned, brown toned inks myself for any time. I just find them warm and inviting. So let's have a look if this ink ticks those boxes. It's got some really nice sort of baked goods and a cafe coffee vibes on the box, which is nice, and it is going to be sparkling ink, so of course be mindful about what pen that you might choose to put this ink into. I will of course be doing a swatch, writing sample, and have a look at any other inks in my collection that I think may be similar or comparable to this ink, so that we can have a good comparison. It's looking really nice in the bottle. I have seen some swatches already online from other people, and what I've seen I have liked, but you never know, right? I use an LED light here, which is kind of a neutral light, so I really try to get a good display of the ink's characteristics as true to life as possible. Sometimes it's not clear on like Instagram posts and things if people are using any filters or they've done like adjustments, but I really try to show you as closely as possible to my experience. Of course, you know, screen variations and so forth can change that on your end, but you know, I'm doing my best. Let's do the writing test, and we'll have a chat about how the ink's drying off and what we think about it in a few moments. Alright my friends, I'm really sorry if the audio in the first part of this video is a bit crummy. I accidentally had the mute button on my microphone on, so that's not particularly helpful. Hopefully the audio that was taken from my phone isn't too bad, but I do apologize for that. Let's go back to the ink. It's nice, right? It's really nice. If you like golden brown inks, warm, cozy, this is the ink. I've had a look in my collection of swatches to do some comparisons, and so these are the ones that I have found. So that's the brown and buttered there. Okay, so you can just see the difference between the Tomoe River paper swatch and this one. Russet type case. This is a really nice ink as well. No shimmer. It's pretty close. Maybe, should we go say just a shade darker and a shade more brown, dare I say? Terracotta Canyon. Another one, no shimmer. This one is probably a bit more orange than the brown and buttered. So just have a look at that. And then in shimmer inks, this is a bit of a stretch, this one, but Plaited Gold Tress, that's very yellowy orange, and it's got like a greeny goldy shimmer, quite different, that one. And Hearty Harvest, which is a very popular ink, and this is almost like the bronze version of this golden brown, if you like. It's got the pink rose gold shimmer, the orangey, sort of more orangey browny ink, and this is more your goldy browny ink. So they're actually a really nice duo together there. I think that looks nice. These would be nice. I think I was just having a look at TWSBI here. This is part of the coffee series. I think this would be a really nice pen match if you're into that sort of thing. And of course TWSBIs, particularly with their broad or stub nibs, are really quite good for shimmer inks, and because they have the demonstrator barrel as well, it makes it a lot easier for cleanup. But that's kind of like nice friends there. So in my humble opinion, if you are the type of person like me who likes these sorts of warm goldeny browny inks, this is really nice. And I think you can see here with the broad nib, the shimmers come out really nicely. It gets a bit paler than with the blue pumpkin calligraphy nib up here, but the shading comes out really nicely. It's got quite a strong shading in that pen. So yeah, all round a really nice ink. I have videos on all of these other inks if you want to have a look at them more closely, hear more details, hear their backstory and so forth. But yeah, I'm going to leave that one there. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, I've got that discount code if you decide to make a purchase, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.